The Nissan X-Trail has been with us in one form or another for over 20 years now, and this is the latest generation to hit UK roads. It is the fourth generation. As with the previous generation car, it shares an awful lot with the slightly smaller Qashqai, including engine and transmission technology. But this time around, Nissan has seen fit to differentiate the two a bit more, at least from the outside. The result, in the case of the X-Trail, is a pleasingly chunky car to look at, yet a little fussy on the details. As with the previous model, you can either get 5-seat or 7-seat versions, and either 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. If you're looking for alternatives, then you might be considering the Toyota RAV4, Mazda CX-5 or Ford Kuga as 5-seater choices, or the Peugeot 5008, Citroën C5 Aircross, Seat Tarraco and Skoda Kodiaq if it's a 7-seat version you're after. When it comes to the powertrain, you can either go for a more conventional 1.5 litre mild hybrid petrol, or you can go for the far more technically interesting e-Power model, which most buyers will opt for. This is a sort of hybrid, but the petrol engine doesn't drive the wheels at all. Instead, it acts as a generator for a 204 horsepower electric motor, and it's that drives the front wheels. The idea is the power delivery is like that of an electric car, so you get smooth, instant, torquey performance with excellent fuel economy. Prices start at just under £33,000 for a modestly spec'd Fizia, all the way to a smidge under £50,000 for a top spec 7-seat Tecna Plus. The one you see here is a rung down the ladder, a Tecna in 5-seater configuration, and it comes in at £43,100. What do you get for your money? Well, you get an impressive amount of space. There are 585 litres of boot space here, and the low load lip makes it very easy to load luggage in and out and children's buggies. There's also this flexible luggage board system, which is useful for grocery shopping or for hiding valuables. Nissan is keen to promote the X-Trail as a family car, so as well as loads of luggage space, you get these doors that open extra wide, which is really useful when putting child seats in and out. And if you go for Tecna and above, each one of these reclines individually, which is another really useful feature. If you can splash out on the Tecna spec model, you'll also have happier rear seat passengers because they get their own climate controls and even heated seats. Now, your rear seat passengers are content, and you should be up front as well because there's plenty of space, the seats are comfortable, there's plenty of adjustment, and even with the panoramic roof that comes with the Tecna trim, there's still plenty of headroom. The fit and finish and materials all feel suitably expensive too. We're not talking Bentley quality here, but we'd say it's actually better than current VWs in terms of feeling that little bit premium. It's all very sensibly laid out, and you get physical buttons and controls here for the climate control and a proper volume knob for the stereo, which makes it a lot easier to adjust these things while on the move. Now, the infotainment system is excellent. There's very little lag and the graphics are reasonably crisp. You also get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Where the X-Trail really scores brownie points is in its equipment. Even entry-level cars get emergency braking that can sense pedestrians and cyclists as well as other cars, blind spot warning, lane departure warning and adaptive cruise control. Step up to a Centre Premium and you get keyless entry and reverse parking sensors. Go for the Tecna model and you get panoramic sunroof, head-up display, 3-zone climate control, 19-inch alloy wheels and even a self-parking system. There's also a wireless phone charger and 10-speaker Bose sound system. And if you really want to splash out, you can go for the Tecna Plus, but all that really gets you is some fancier alloys and quilted leather upholstery. On the road, the X-Trail is smooth, calm and comfortable, and because it's an electric motor driving the wheels, you get an instant surge of power, and there's no gearbox, so it's direct drive, meaning seamless acceleration. It's not a rocket ship, but 0 to 60 in 8 seconds dead is perfectly acceptable, and there's always enough acceleration on demand for overtaking or accelerating onto motorways or dual carriageways. The steering is a bit light, which can make the Nissan X-Trail feel a little bit remote, but there's plenty of grip and very little body lean. That said, a Ford Kuga is definitely a lot more satisfying to drive on a country road. What's a bit weird is that the more you ask from the electric motor, the more you can hear the petrol engine buzzing away, straining to deliver enough energy. You can also get a bit of a petrol engine buzz when you're stationary at traffic lights. Another quirk is the e-pedal, which uses regenerative braking to help fill the battery and slow you down, meaning you can almost drive entirely without using the brake pedal. Overall, the e-Power X-Trail is a very refined car. It quietly smooths out rough road surfaces and glides over the lumps and bumps with ease. In fact, it makes an excellent long-distance cruising companion. You might be a bit disappointed by the fuel economy, however. Official tests suggest you should be able to get 48.6 miles per gallon, but actually you're far more likely to get 35 to 40 miles per gallon in reality. A diesel Skoda Kodiaq or the more traditional hybrid Toyota RAV4 will get you much closer to 50 miles per gallon motoring in the real world. The X-Trail is an appealing family SUV. Its powertrain helps it to feel smooth, and it's comfortable, spacious and well equipped. It has an almost but not quite premium feel about it. And yes, there are more fuel efficient ways to lug your family around, and we have a sneaky feeling that a full electric version of this car would be a bit more effective. But what do you think? Does that e-powered drivetrain intrigue you, or is it a technological cul-de-sac? Let us know in the comments below, and if you're considering buying a Nissan X-Trail e-Power or indeed any car, head to cargurus.co.uk to find loads of great cars for sale from top-rated dealers, and with our super clever pricing technology, we'll even tell you whether it's a good deal or not.